Of course, the change for the Chicago Bulls, Stacey King. And for the absent Scottie Pippen, same lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers. The officials for today's contest, Earl Strom, the veteran, of course, Bill Oakes, and Jack Nees.
Well, Barkley has to not let the double teams that were so effective in Chicago take the ball out of his hands. He did not do that on Friday night. Very effective early.
Jaminski controlling the tap for the 76ers. This is Johnny Dawkins. Into Charles Barkley, who was simply a man on Friday night, starting off early with the basket.
Well, you put him down there on the baseline and get a pick for him. Awfully difficult to double team.
Jordan over Hawkins, and Michael Jordan getting off early. Key matchups for Chicago. Horace Grant on Barkley, and King being defended by Mahorn. Jordan, always a key person, period. Michael Jordan with 4 points in the early going, and it's an 8-4 Philadelphia lead. Chicago much prefers an up-tempo game. Jordan to King.
King, the power forward, out
and
on the wing, and that's a good sign for the Bulls. What a surprise. Jaminski usually effective in this series from 18 feet. Now he's scoring inside.
Jordan. A concentrated effort on Jordan's part, concerted effort to get off in the first quarter, unlike Friday night where he coasted through the first 2 quarters.
Let's look at it from another angle. Gets entwined and got hurt.
Ed Neely into the lineup now for the Chicago Bulls, replacing Stacey King, and Jordan comes over to block Barkley's shot, and Horace Grant aggressively on the boards. This is Michael.
Great move by Jordan. A little double pick up high, so on the up quick, Jordan just gets into the cut. Boy, they really need his outside shooting on that rotation of any kind of double teaming of Barkley.
Jordan. You wonder how this guy maintains his stamina as long and as well as he played on Friday night. He comes right back and takes matters in his own hand in the first quarter. Well, someone's going to have to step to the floor with Scottie Pippen out his 20 points at home. Rick Mahorn can't get the roll. Jordan with the rebound. Nice pass to Ed Neely. So the big fella, Ed Neely, lumbering down court, open for the shot. Chicago determined to keep the game close, Tommy, so that they can keep it close. They know they are very confident down the stretch against the 76ers. Anderson. Loose ball foul as Charles Barkley gets the rebound, but pushes first. Barkley picks up his first personal foul.
Watch the fight for position. Michael Jordan ends up with Barkley, trying to keep him away from the boards, a man-sized job. And Jordan gave the direction the foul should go. It's ours.
Charles Barkley asking for a little help from the officials as Ed Neely is bodying him up every opportunity. Bad pass by Dawkins, stolen by Chicago. Under 10 in the first quarter. Purdue on a nice pass from Michael Jordan. So Michael, although not accurate from the field, certainly playing playmaker. Hawkins fouled by Will Purdue.
Michael Jordan defending against Barkley in Barkley's turf, and the pass too long. And look at Michael Jordan really confusing Barkley and the passer as to where he is.
For Stacey King, B.J. Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan, and Horace Grant, the 5 for the Bulls. Jordan. Michael Jordan with 12 points in the first half, 6 of 13 from the field.
You know, you talk to Jimmy Light, I mean, he mentions Charles Barkley, and you say he's such an emotional player, you know, criticizing his teammates and this and that. Great move by Dawkins on the swing.
Hawkins tried to slow Jordan, and it would have been the case for a mere mortal, but not for the man they call E.T. 4-point ball game, Sixers on top, 1:50 remaining in the first half. Hawkins has it stolen, and Rick Mahorn is going to get called for a holding foul. Michael Jordan will travel to the free throw line. Michael Jordan, 7 assists to go along with his 16 points. Make it 17. Well, Rick Mahorn told you he doesn't consider it dirty. He says it's playing within the rules. He and Barkley both have said that. Jordan loses the ball. This is Dawkins, 3-on-2 to Barkley, traveling. And Michael Jordan comes down and just to make a statement, grabs that ball with both hands. That shot by Charles Barkley for the Sixers. Under 3 seconds, Jordan out to Hodges. And that'll do it. That's the end of the first half with the score. Philadelphia 55, Chicago 50. Pat O'Brien and Bill Raftery will be along with the Prudential at the half after this message. Chicago cuts the Philadelphia lead to 3. Hawkins. And Hersey Hawkins is hit on the wrist. Earl Strom, the 32-year veteran in his final season of refereeing, used those wise old eyes. And Tommy, you've seen that a lot.
Well, I remember Earl from way back, and certainly the league is going to be missing one of the great ones because he can draw with anybody, as you're seeing right now. Gets his point across.
Not effective from down low. He has only 2 points, didn't score a point in game 3. Jordan strips Hersey Hawkins and is hammered by Rick Mahorn. So a graphic indication of the no layup rule that Philadelphia has instituted for this series.
And you know what Michael Jordan did after the hit? Blew a big bubble with his bubble gum. Didn't bother him, really.
He understands
Step up to the line.
Now, Jordan had indicated to our Jim Gray that he didn't grow up playing basketball this way out there on the clay courts. He said we played more finesse ball. Rick Mahorn had a nice response for him.
He said he's got to play. He should have grown up in the city. That's where you learn all this other stuff.
Well, Jordan learned everything else from somebody from Mars, indeed, because he is definitely in a world all his own. Michael Jordan dropping in his 19th point. Third personal on John Paxson. Second team foul. Barkley. Jordan above everyone. King. Stacey King, and Tommy, I tell you, that move really does look good. He goes up under control. He said he had been rushing the shots. Jordan. Michael Jordan answering right back. 6 minutes remaining in the third. Grant, good knockaway. This is Paxson. Blocked by Barkley. And it starts a break. Hawkins for 3.
Kaminsky in the first half. But he's only got a couple more weeks. You think he could survive a couple of more weeks?
After 32 years. Jordan.
What a play by Jordan. And Hersey Hawkins looking for a jump shot, and he just whisked right by him with the finger roll. Hawkins will challenge him up close. Anderson, when he's playing him, backs off. And you like to set up a guy with several different moves, and you get him in a pattern of trying to defend you. When you introduce 2 or 3 players against Michael Jordan, he has to reintroduce a pattern against each player. So that makes it a little bit more intellectual game for Michael Jordan than most players. But he certainly responds to the challenge.
And Charles Barkley does what he just did to rookies and veterans alike. And Michael Jordan, equal opportunity abuser.
Scottie Pippen, of course, is not here, and that's going to sap the quickness a little bit at this key juncture.
And a quick defensive move by Jordan blocking the Thornton shot.
He likes to play scrambling defense. Read what's going on and then use his quickness to get in there and defend or steal. You're going to see a great look by Barkley down inside to Thornton, but there's Michael Jordan just waiting at the pass to cut him off.
Elaborate on Pippen's absence. How do you assess it at this point?
Well, they've had to use all their quickness just to get where they are right now. Again, in that pressing defense, his quickness at the quick forward spot, it would have been a real plus. Plus his offensive ability.
And Ed Neely showing some offensive ability as he bulls his way in for the score.
Here's Jordan. They go and double team him, and Barkley's just saying to himself, well, it's Ed Neely. Well, Ed Neely is smart enough to step in when the opportunity is there and make layups.
Hawkins, speed advantage over Neely. capitalize. Jordan with the rebound. 5 rebounds for Michael Jordan. B.J. Armstrong back to Jordan for 3.
And the three-pointer for Michael Jordan.
And Jordan, as if he hasn't been warm already, has just dropped in his 30th point. Under 10 to play. Jordan over top of everyone.
Well, what do you do on a play like that? He just simply out-leaped everybody. There's nobody up there with him to stop him.
By the veteran from Vanderbilt.
And don't forget, he's playing against a guy who is a great rebounder. His job is not to get rebounds himself, but to make Barkley infinite on the board, to keep him off the board.
And Jordan, King, Grant, Cartwright, and B.J. Armstrong, the 5 for Chicago. But it's Michael Jordan's show today. Michael Jordan drops in his 36th point, and Chicago out to its biggest lead in the ball game, 99-92. And this is the man with the ball in his hands, Michael Jordan.
And a matchup, Charles Barkley defending Jordan.
He's got Jordan out high. Jordan with the quickness advantage. And he uses it and capitalizes on it. Michael Jordan gives Chicago a 4-point lead.
Barkley up challenging him. Quick step around, and his speed, Barkley has to release him. Lifts one man on one side of the basket, but the other side of the hoop wide open. That's what he does. Breaks you down. And in fact, they've got the speed advantage at 4 positions right now.
Philadelphia has a foul to give, but not like that, as Michael Jordan goes over top of Mike Jaminski. And Jaminski with the foul. So Michael Jordan.
Well, right now, he's going out. Barkley trying to defend this man. Mahorn tries to step up and double him. No way. Jaminski trying to get that quick. See you later. Well, the reason that Anderson is in there right now, he's going to take Jordan.
41 points for Michael Jordan, 14 in this period.
When you play a 7-game series, you really try to hold serve. So this is obviously a major accomplishment by Chicago. When you play the first 2 games on the other team's home court, you hope to come out of there with a 1 win, and that really puts you in a commanding situation. Right now, they're going back to their own home court, and they're up.
Whenever it was Chicago, probably had Michael Jordan's name on the press, so they'll have to scramble and find some new type.
It's going to be an awful difficult job for the Sixers now to revitalize themselves emotionally, as they kind of got beat at their own game. Hard fouls by the Bulls here in Philadelphia.
Futile attempt, and that'll do it, as Chicago moves out to a 3-1 lead in this Eastern Conference semifinal series between Chicago and Philadelphia.
Michael Jordan, without Scottie Pippen, would you have thought you guys could have won this game?
Well, I thought we could. I think we had to get some play from other players. I think when you miss a key player like that, someone has to step in there and make up for the loss. And Ed Neely, Stacey King, BJ, all 3 of those guys stepped up and gave us some support.
You spoke and we spoke after the game on Friday night about the physical play and how you didn't like it. You were able to put that out of your mind today. How were you able to do that? Well,
you got to expect it to a certain extent. You got to play your game. You know they're going to try to play a physical game, but our game is not physical. We got our own identity as a team, and we go out and we try to do that each and every night. And we have to alter it to a certain extent, but we don't want to get out of our identity. And I don't even think about it. When I go into the middle, I know I'm gonna get hit, and I got to get the shot off.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. Congratulations. 45 points for Michael Jordan. They go back to Chicago up 3-1. James Brown?
And so for Tom Heinsohn and Jim Gray, I'm James Brown saying so long from the Spectrum, where our final score is Chicago 111, Philadelphia 101.
How good you feel. You can still benefit from whole grain nutrition. But of these leading cereals, only Wheaties is made with 100% whole grain. So no matter what you're shooting for, better get your whole grain.
I better eat my Wheaties.